Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Big fan of this strain. Welcome back, everyone, to the High Rollers. It's episode 12.
Welcome back.
Bruh.
Feeling good.
Oh yeah. We were shit posting in Coaster Talk before. Having a discussion, with James and Timmy and Bob and company. Always great company. Hopefully can go to a park within some time this year. That would be that sounds like that's going to be.
See, now Bob's
right.
shitposting again. Bob's literally shitposting again.
It just never stops.
I love it.
But yeah, we got quite a bit of news. It feels good because it feels like we're kind of back into a normal like news cycle. Because with the parks opening up again, all the parks getting ready for potential new additions in the future and all their planning and stuff, and just the general openings of the park, the staff is there. They're ready to see everyone, and I'm excited to get back to my own park, bro. Stop looking at those shit posts.
Bro. I mean,
What did he say?
I'm excited to go back whenever they open I-305.
Yeah. So you might as well just cover that little news first. So.
Oh well, and Pantheon opened yesterday.
Yeah. So. It seems like for spring break, well, obviously, most of the attractions you would want to ride in Virginia, and the Virginia parks will be open. I saw an update from KD Fanatics, and it seems like, at least from King's Dominion's perspective, it seems like very accurate what's happening. But they put out a post saying that obviously they're opening for spring break. They're going to be open that week, and one of the main reasons I think for Intimidator 305 not being open is because of staffing. I'm pretty sure they're doing whatever they can to make sure every single ride and open shop and restaurant is fully staffed, so there is no operation issues. Like, basically, that can't be a reason for a guest to complain. They don't want that to be a hindrance in anyone's day. If I were to take that and put it to Intimidator's case, then yeah, they probably are just getting the staff and commissioning and the training done for it. They were doing that for Griffin. I don't know if Griffin was done, but Pantheon is open now, so they obviously finished with Pantheon. So that's good, because I was thinking this Friday of making 2 half-day trips to the parks. Just why not? But I'm not expecting Intimidator. I'm just gonna go some Pantheon rides, then get on the baby to Twist Timbers, and then go home.
Interesting.
But yeah, I'm not sure if BG Dub is doing the same. They had signs up, which is better than King's Dominion, which is what I will say, like, it's actually really funny to me that people say, oh, no one rides Intimidator, which I guess generally it didn't do as well as for the years it was first open. But hear me out. Why was it when they posted that they were open for spring break on Twitter, on Instagram? I don't know. I didn't see Facebook. I barely use Facebook. But almost half of the comments, if not on Instagram, I want to say 75% of the comments were, will Intimidator 305 be open?
Exactly.
Like, people need to stop acting like Intimidator is not a popular ride. People need to stop acting like it's not a classic at this point. It really is. It's that ride. People know it's that ride, and I'm just happy to see that there is so much love for it now. I'm saying it again because literally all the comments, they almost felt like us. Like, damn, I'm going this week, and now it's like I don't feel like going. Or at least there's people that are going, and they're like, no, I'm going before May. And because it's rumored to be opening in May and all that stuff, and now I won't be able to get Intimidator, and it's just unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. Because let's be real, That's half of King's Dominion. The park overall is good, but the one half is Twisted and the other half is a Terminator 305. Like let's be real. Like, if we're gonna be semantic and still shitpost, then I would say, 40% is Intimidator, 40% is Twisted, and 20% is Granite Grill.
Bro. I mean, I can't really argue that, but come on, you got Drop Tower.
Yeah. Obviously, if I'm chilling, I'm with people that haven't really been to the park or they're new, we're doing everything. I'm getting Grizzly Night Rides with them, all that stuff. Hell, I'm probably doing a Grizzly Night Ride leaving the park on that same day. But if I'm going by myself or with a homie like you, and we already know King's Dominion, we've been to King's Dominion, we already know what's up. So we already know what we're doing.
I just okay, so yes, I don't necessarily disagree. And of course, not having 305 is a hit. But to the GP, it's not 40-40-20. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure.
But they are still, they definitely still are missing out on 305 though. So that's why, like you said, the comments.
It's locally, right? I would say at least people, because obviously people, enthusiasts want to travel. A lot of the comments when I was making a little thread about it on Twitter and then came to the conclusion it probably will just be open in May and not open for spring break at all, was there are people traveling. They want to making a trips down the southeast while the parks are opening for spring break so they can get these rides. King's Dominion's known for their top two. So it sucks for those because it's no better feeling than seeing someone get off their first Intimidator ride. It's no better feeling. From the most experienced rider to the first time, this is my first time being at a theme park. I've had that happen before. It's always I love it. Just the what the fuck in their face. It's written on their face, essentially. But yeah, Virginia parks are opening, and hopefully all the staffing they need to fully have them open, especially by June, will be there. So let's go over a rumor here. What do you think about this Gringotts rumor? Did you hear about it?
I did not.
So it's a rumor that came out from notable Universal Twitters where they generally get inside info. Now, these are rumors. A lot of the stuff they do say is rumors, but a lot of it comes to fruition. So this came out yesterday, and they might be removing 3D from Gringotts. I've never rode the ride, so I don't know how that affects the ride. What are your thoughts? Well, I'll take this second hit. By the way, we didn't mention, at least I'm smoking Tangerine Dream. At least 21%. It's definitely a creeper. Definitely a creeper. It tastes really good.
Bro, I had the last of my Thunder Kush tonight.
Damn. Is that what it was called? Thunder Kush?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, I'm assuming you mostly go with perps, like indicas. So.
I don't even know, man.
You don't even keep.
Yeah, I don't even keep track.
Let's see.
But no, I mean, regarding Gringotts, though, a lot of times those 3D glasses kind of fly off my face.
That's what I've heard recently.
Forces, so I guess I'm pretty impartial. It doesn't really matter to me. I don't really ride Gringotts anyways. It's kind of a shit post ride.
Now, there were two opinions I saw. And the one opinion was that obviously they should not get rid of 3D if the ride is based around 3D. I mean, apparently there's a good amount of screens and 3D usage in it, so is it similar to the screen usage in Forbidden Journey?
I would say yes.
Okay.
Well, I'm trying to think. There's something else I rode with screen usage that's similar to Gringotts. Mommy has similar as well. Oh my god, Bob is shit posting like crazy, dude.
Bro, he must have just hit the cart.
Swear.
But yeah, going to the Gringotts again. The other opinion I saw was if they change it to a really good like modern screen, which it kind of is the meme of a whole decade ago with Universal just adding screens. But if they do like revamp the ride and they get rid of 3D, but they add screens that are so good you do not need, you know, I guess it doesn't really affect it. That it's such a clear image, then I think it'll work. Now, I don't know if they would redo the scenes themselves, because I know a lot of times with 3D, they're directed and they're made specifically with 3D in mind. So they do actions that would look awkward otherwise if it wasn't a 3D animation, or 3D projection, I guess. So yeah, that's just a rumor. So let's just go to Jeffrey Siebert standing. You can take this one away if you want.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm shit posting Bob right now.
Bro, no shit post midcast. This literally is a shit post cast to some extent.
Dude, we're talking about wooden coasters here. It's bad.
Okay, what's the topic? What exactly is he going on about? Because
he's saying, why would I be concerned about Kennywood's wooden coasters potentially getting Titan track? Because he's saying as long as they don't have too much Titan to where I'd consider it a hybrid instead of a genuine wooden coaster.
Yeah. Bro, I don't know, we're gonna get to that later, obviously. But Jeffrey Siebert standing. Because I want to jump in the ship so bad, but we have to move on.
Yes. Well, basically, he got a second train for Boomerang at Fiesta, Texas.
Second train and new restraints as well?
Yeah, and honestly, I mean, I don't think Boomerangs are terrible rides, but obviously I'm not going to ride it more than just getting the credit, but it's not like a bad ride experience.
Yeah, I've covered this before. I see one, and it is the last resort. I don't hate them. I guess when they have good restraints, but when they have bad restraints, they're not necessarily great rides. And yeah, you do one, you've done them all. So it's nice to see that they're modernizing the Boomerang in a sense, going with all these new concepts. Because then I would ride Boomerangs more often. But yeah, just the general, I don't even know if it has a name. The model probably does have a name. But that boardwalk or just cloned Boomerang, yeah. But it's good to see that from Hershey and to Fiesta, Texas, the Boomerangs have been getting love. So they're getting new restraints, changing their ride experience, getting new trains so that they can always operate. Always good.
Like I was talking about with Wallenballin and the Buzzbars chat the other night, Boomerangs are still vital pieces to parks.
Oh yeah. That's why
see modern... Hershey did what they did. And yeah, modern models like Skyrocket 2s, etc.
Yeah, and even with all the new Vekoma ones, like the family Boomerangs, Energylandia is essentially a concept park for Vekoma Boomerangs. I think they're adding another one. I wish I was joking. But yeah, they have more. It seems like they're trying to rival Premier in the Skyrocket 2 model. With that, we were talking about, I think, a few casts ago, where that new Vekoma Boomerang. Vekoomerang.
Oh, right, the Parabola model.
That's what I was trying to say in my head. Vekoomerang. So, yeah, I mean, kind of tangenting, but kind of staying on the topic. I am curious to see how a Skyrocket 2 feels with just lap bars. Because I feel like the barrel roll is actually gonna hit.
Let me see. There's one nearby us. It's like Phobia Fear Coaster.
Some people say that's the best
Top
one.
Hats. Yeah, I've heard that too. Now, doesn't it still have shin guards though?
Oh, I'm pretty sure it does. So they probably just accept that because it's the premier concept. But yeah.
To be quite honest with you, like, this is why premieres are just not good.
There's just so much wrong with them. There is just so much wrong. Like, you take away one piece, like, people are celebrating Comfort Collars, making content about, oh my god, so much better, which, I'm not hating y'all for that. If you really did, like, alter your experience that much. But for me, it's the general the brick of plastic.
I don't know, like, dude, like, Full Throttle is my favorite premiere, and I think that's probably not even in my top 50. It's like probably like around like 75 or something.
Now, it begs the question: would their rides exponentially improve with different restraints, or would they just be more comfortable? I think Flight of Fear would be better.
They don't really make thrilling layouts.
Yeah. I'm trying to think the most thrilling they've done, and each time I think that it is a premiere, it's an SNS.
Is it Max Force?
Yeah, that's an SNS. That's exactly what I was. I was like, every time I think it's a premiere, it's SNS pushing it. They're the ones that are pushing the barrier, where premiere is kind of safe. They make them more family, which it works. It's just uncomfortable. God, how did we get to? God,
I guess I mean, they do have Mr. Freeze.
Oh yeah, we still haven't rode that.
Apparently, Mr. Freeze is like pretty highly regarded. So.
And we're gonna be riding the worst one, potentially. Because the best one is over Texas.
Well. Oh well, we could do over Texas. Let's just go do over Texas real quick.
At least Texas or the Dallas area will be much more reasonable once Universal opens and Peppa Pig Land. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess speaking of premiere, they teased on Twitter that one of their Skyrocket 2 zombie, let me see.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right here.
Is gonna be relocated.
Which is pretty funny if it is, because yeah, it literally rose from the dead like a zombie. But also, looking at it, that might be my most favorite color scheme and theme for a premiere. I don't know why. Or like the Skyrocket 2, not just premiere, but it just works. I don't know. It's like this lime green, like a slime Nickelodeon green, and a really deep, kind of spooky purple. At least the train is, at least.
The supports, too.
Yeah, the supports are... Oh. Honestly, I think the supports should just be, like, super almost black. They're like a little bit of purple, but there's really black. Then it would be perfect. I'll make it a no limits. It's easy fix. All right, let's cover this stuff here. So, yeah, Icon Tower officially gone.
Fully removed.
No more. So the Orlando skyline is changed yet again, and unfortunately for the better, because we don't want people operating stuff like that if they're going to run it with negligence. So
another removable mind bender.
Yes, which I really wanted to ride that ride. Yeah, I've always looked at it. It was at Edmonton Mall, and fortunately, I'm assuming just Schwarzkopf old and after the accident, it's nowhere near as profitable. So, very understandable for them to do it. Maybe relocation? Who knows? Doubtful. But rest in peace. Rest in peace. SeaWorld, Orlando. They actually have what seems to be the code and official code and documents for their new coaster. I'm thinking it's gonna be a straddle coaster. I'm making the full leap in right now. Not like how I waited for everyone to jump in with Top Thrill Dragster.
I'm sorry, but if they get a straddle coaster, that's disgusting.
Hey, what if they just hit, dude? What if they hit, man? What if they just hit right?
This is why the SeaWorld chain is just so mid.
Because it's such a small plot of land. Where exactly is this?
It's the Antarctica thing. It's like, I don't remember what it's called.
So would a lot of it be inside like this?
I don't know. This is just making me think how much I dislike SeaWorld Orlando.
Yeah,
I'm just shitposting.
like we talked about this the other time too, like it's really a park you gotta go in there just for it necessarily to be a slow day. Like you're tired, you're not wanting to do much, or you just want to relax. You're with homies that maybe aren't enthusiasts, so you guys get a few brews and you get on rides. You look at exhibits, you look at penguins, you look at mantas.
I'll just like go for a few hours and then leave and go to Universal.
Yeah, I mean they're that close, so you really could do that.
That's the move. Honestly, I still have not gotten Mako Night Rides. Now that I think of it.
I have, and they're okay. They're just okay night rides. I don't know, it's just...
So basically boring and mid.
I don't know, it doesn't really add anything to the insanity, I don't know, because it's already in the middle of nothing.
It's true.
It's like there's no like near misses. I'm thinking like Velocicoaster where it's right at night, and then those craggy areas at night you're just seeing zoom past you like just out of nowhere.
I don't know.
Or just diving into an abyss like Phantoms. Like,
yeah, I think Phantoms is a better night ride than Velocicoaster.
Oh, Phantoms is pretty elite night ride. But we got to do a top 10 night rides after the end of this year.
Oh, I'm sorry, but Voyage. No, as much as I love X2, Voyage is still 100% the best night ride.
Look.
Legend might actually be number 2.
I gotta plan a trip when it's a new moon. And yeah. Completely pitch black. Is that when you went? Because you said you basically couldn't see people in front of you.
Yeah, like, I remember James and Timmy were screaming at me to turn off my Apple Watch. That's how, like, dark it was.
Pipeline testing with human riders.
Really?
Yeah, there was like 2 people in the front. It was like
That's
pictures. I wish there was a video.
That's very, like, underwhelming. It's another B&M. You know?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm seeing everyone. I'm getting so hype. Yeah, it's another B&M for us, man. We'll see. Velocicoaster hit 10 million riders, though. That's pretty freaking insane. I can almost... That almost sounds ridiculous. It's been open for 2 years. Not even yet.
Wow.
Yeah, did you see that?
That's... No, I did not see that.
Yeah, Universal announced it.
That's fantastic ridership.
Yeah. I think that's why they were thinking, yeah, let's add Express and these new operations. Let's ruin it. We hit a milestone.
I don't know.
So, I finally reached the top of this episode 12 that you posted in. This is insane, in my opinion. The lead designer at Intamin who worked on rides like Hyperion is now on Vekoma.
Yes.
Now,
but as a concept engineer too.
I don't know what that's gonna mean for. So I don't know what that's gonna mean for Intamin.
Exciting.
Wait,
no, it's exciting for Vekoma. This is exciting for Vekoma.
So I know there is one guy that does a lot of the interviews for Intamin, and he works on a lot of the ride sims. I know he is a big part of why Intamin is awesome over the years. I wish I remembered his name. I'm terrible for that. I don't know. I don't think this is the same guy, so I'm not that worried.
Velocicoaster as well.
Wait, what did you say? Sorry.
He worked on Velocicoaster as well.
All right, Katie. Now it's time to talk to Intamin. Or excuse me. Now it's time to talk to Vekoma.
That would be insane. I'm trying to find more projects that he worked on. Oh, he worked on Conda apparently. Wow.
I'm gonna have to look up his resume afterwards.
So it looks like he's worked on Conda, Velocicoaster, and Terran.
Jeez, what a
It seems
resume!
like he was the lead designer of Conda potentially. So that is extremely exciting.
I guess that also makes sense why that Intamin was saying that in Conda at the end they were thinking about adding a Mosasaurus type role instead of the 4 RMC like Airtime Hills. The park chose the RMC Hills.
Apparently he worked on Taiga as well.
Okay. Vekoma, you got a winner.
Yeah.
Taiga is the hidden gem of the world right now. Apparently.
That's what everyone's saying.
Oh yeah, this was kind of interesting. I guess like we could talk about this. So we did a ride Serengeti Flyer. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Pretty fun. But apparently they have hours for when it runs milder and when it runs wilder.
I think we got a wilder ride.
I didn't even know if they were doing it while we were there.
So that would mean like by default we got a wilder ride.
Okay. Well, shit, I really don't want a mild ride. Just go, just put it to the max at all times. Like, no, just yeah. When I go there, can I say I want a wild ride, and then I want to supersize it, double up, like I'm making an order, like. So
You know, that actually, I'm interested to know what kind of things they can do with an SNS Scream and Swing in maintenance mode.
Yep.
That is, I'm very interested to know. I'm gonna have to try and figure that out.
See if we have a... Yeah, exactly. Find someone who operates or operated
I'm gonna ask around because I'm very interested now. Hey, if any of you listening know something about Screamin' Swings and what those bad boys can do in maintenance mode, I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, definitely hit us up in any of our socials, Instagram, all that stuff. Catch at the end of this of the sode. So yeah, Kings Island is potentially adding Grain and Grow. Well, yeah,
That's such a W,
and
especially considering I'm planning to go this year.
Texas Roadhouse. And I don't think inside of the Kings Island, but very close.
Yeah, yeah. Tex Roadhouse kind of slaps.
Oh yeah,
So
oh yeah.
we'll take it.
Uh, let's talk about the potential. This is gonna be my sleeper of 2023, in my opinion. This ride, Zambezi Zinger.
Oh,
No one's talking about it, but there's so much images, so much footage of it. I get it, you know,
Yeah.
Air Force One. I get it, Wildcats Revenge, you know. But come on.
the updated construction photo of Zambezi Zinger looks fantastic. There's so many low to the ground moments and banking. It looks like it's gonna be fast as hell.
That's the one thing about GCI. It almost looks like a gravity group in some of the banking. Like it's.
It does.
That's why I'm not going to lie. GCI is not my favorite manufacturer,
Nor I.
but if they can impress with this is their make or break ride for me. But obviously I haven't rode Mystic yet. But I've heard so much critical acclaim. I assume I know I'm gonna like it, especially with what it does. But
This is my one exception at the moment.
this could be the ride. They're like, okay, GCI make more of these. Like I said, these little. This is also another example of size doesn't matter. Potentially.
I'm not gonna do it. I'll refrain. You set it up though.
Yep. Just. You just didn't want to go for the shot. We're already beating them. It's cool.
If you know, you know.
I think that's everything on your side. So.
What about the Universal taunting Disney a little bit?
Oh yeah, that happened today. They just randomly tweeted reservations. Who needs them? I don't know if that was basically said that, but that was very close or paraphrased to what they tweeted. And yeah, like ridiculous that reservations are still a thing. We know the reason. It's all so they can staff and place people better. You know, for look at specific days and then put people more on those specific days. But yeah, it's just ridiculous.
Now, the nice thing is, though, is this indicates that Universal has no intention of having a reservation system when Epic Universe opens. And this would honestly, I guess, imply that they already have, like, some sort of plan, even if the parks are, like, crowded as hell, like, to avoid having a reservation system. At least I would assume so.
You think for Epic Universe?
Yeah. Like, otherwise, like, why would they post that tweet if then Epic Universe they need a reservation system? They just look stupid. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, they've got to have some sort of plan.
I mean, companies are stupid. You know, they could just they could just do that. I don't think they're that stupid.
So, yeah, not Universal.
I do think Epic Universe is gonna pull so many people that all the Universal parks are gonna be basically at capacity.
I don't know.
I think so. Like they're just 2 miles away. What's stopping a family for just making a 3-day or a 3-park vacation? Basically a Universal or a Disney vacation.
Well,
for Universal.
I would assume that's like the goal.
Yep.
But I don't know that I'd say. I feel like now, like, yes, it's going to create more traction, but there's gonna be, you know, such a multitude of parks now that it'll like all balance out, you know?
I'm hoping. I'm also wondering how they are going to balance all these new destinations they are claiming to be now destinations and experiences. Because oh crap! There's something I completely missed. Did you see this construction in front of where is it exactly? It's in Islands. It's construction in front of right when you walk in. Right when you walk in and you see Velasa, the lake.
What construction?
There's like, what it says set enhancement in progress, and I think when people saw it's like these little, like plating or something. I need to find it. This is important. Now,
let me see. Bro.
There's more pictures underneath if you look under. Dude, I was really questioning if that was even real anymore.
I don't know. I don't take much from that, to be quite honest with you, but
yeah, I think it might be a good show or something. Like setting up for like a set or something there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they're, you know what? I can't believe. Basically, I found it. The Universal's adding some sort of something around the front of the lagoon, right in front of Hulk, before you go to underneath, or technically above the ride over that bridge. And yeah, hopefully it's something cool. I mean, Universal, they hardly miss, so pretty accurate. Jesus Christ, dude, I can't believe, like,
that was hilarious.
No, you guys won't. Obviously, you guys won't hear. It'll probably be just from the first time I mentioned and started searching until literally me having the eureka. I found it. It was literally like a 10-minute, almost 15-minute process. Wow. I'm glad I found it. I'm glad it was retweeted because I was not looking through likes. I was like, I'm not this down bad. Okay, so let's talk about a park that I don't know I will really ever step foot in. The announcement looks okay, but until they add more rides. But the official opening of SeaWorld Abu Dhabi. Opening on May 23rd.
Zero clue.
Yeah, I really didn't know anything about it till I saw tweets about the opening. And it seems like it's they have different realms, what they're calling it, different lands. It's opening in about 2 months from now, just under that, and they only have 2 of the realms available on their website. They only have 2 coasters. It's very heavily for animal experiences, almost zoo-like. In fact, they have the largest aquarium. I forgot. So yeah, the largest aquarium in the world.
Interesting.
So that's opening May 23rd. SeaWorld Abu Dhabi. Going on openings here. Tutatis. What Pantheon should have been.
I have some bad news about that, just to let you know.
What about it being sped up?
Oh, you know. Well, yeah, so it's funny, I didn't know that the POV was sped up, but I literally thought it was mid without even knowing it was sped up, and now that I know it's sped up, I know that it's mid.
I was gonna be like, Tutatis, the Pantheon wannabe? Oops. No, I slipped. I slipped the punchline. I said Pantheon wannabe, and that's almost what it looks like at this point. Yeah. I haven't looked at the POV yet with it actually apparently corrected. I haven't tried speeding it up or slowing down to see if there's actually a difference. But you've done it, and you said you've noticed it was actually more accurate. You would say?
No, I'm saying that like
Oh, but it was already kind of like slow and.
I did not know that it had that issue, and I thought it was mid.
Yeah.
So knowing that it's sped up, I consider it even more mid.
Yeah, those are our thoughts of potentially what could have been. Man, Pantheon should not be better in theory.
I mean,
we don't know yet, obviously, but
see, I say something about the trim holding brakes on the top hat, and then I'm saying like that's ruining the ride, kinda. But Coaster Talk's like over here saying that I'm tripping, but I don't know.
I don't have no issue with trims at the top of a top hat. What I have issue with is not basically using the ride's maximum thrill. Like, you could make it go faster. They
It's
could
just wasted potential.
What are you putting the money there for? For it to be just okay? You don't want people to talk about your ride. You don't want people to tell people to come and see your ride. We haven't even rode it yet. This is unfair. Completely. That was just a point of view. But yeah, it looks underwhelming, to say the least.
I mean, I'm sure it'll still be like top 30, 25 range though, but we'll see. Looks interesting.
Dark Coaster is testing in secret. Apparently.
Wow. Dark Coaster. Wow. Nice. I'm falling asleep.
Yeah, they put the signage up and everything. The signage looks cool. I love that they're using the Dark Castle facade again. Just wish it was a revamped Dark Castle. That's all. That's all.
Anything SeaWorld chain is just a snooze fest. Honestly.
So this new mock coaster concept officially got more lights. The Big Dipper got an official point of view concept with. I don't know if this is going to a park. This point of view. This
I thought I heard it was going to Europa Park or something like that.
I know the concept is. I don't know if that specific ride is, but
I got you.
If it is, it looks like Mock's version of, or their take on the Gerstlauer Eurofighter, or now I guess the Infinity Coaster. Essentially the Gerstlauer, very tight turns, small trains.
Oh, I'll tell you that POV definitely looked a lot better than what was it? Hang Time.
Okay, but that definitely looks not real physics. That looks like that was going at like
what?
The optimum. No, that didn't look real. That's definitely not going to go that fast in real life.
Well, it should.
Well, it should, yes. But I've seen concepts and point of views of all that stuff all the time over the years, and then seeing the ride in person and be like, well, shit. Like that's definitely not what I expected. There are very few times where the concept has actually been slower. I think Twisted did that for me, actually.
Interesting.
So California's Great America might get something new. There's a teaser in the park hinting at a new attraction. Then it says something exciting is coming soon. Get ready to race and soar. Now, it looks like a very small plot of land and go-karts. Soar.
I don't know, bro. I'm shit posting. I can't imagine CJ getting something new.
Yeah, So, the thing is, did you look at the tweet?
I did not. I don't have a link.
It's in the. I sent you a text to the news, my news, because it would all fit in the Discord.
Ace
Uh, yeah, screw
Norco.
Discord for having a character limit now. I swear that wasn't a thing. I've seen people put novels complaining about random stuff in esports
I
before. Like,
mean, maybe they'll get a flat. Other than that,
yep, that's what I was thinking. Like a relocated flat, like nothing even
oh,
like permanent.
Zamperla Windstars, apparently.
Apparently, what?
That's what someone's saying.
Oh, under the tweet, I was like, where'd you
Yeah,
get this?
I see it, yeah.
Yeah, it's right outside of their Grizzly. Very small plot of land. Uh, Perfect for Zamperla. That's literally like right up their alley to do something like this. So
Interesting move, I guess. I don't know.
Dynamic Attractions. Are you familiar with them?
Not in the slightest.
So they have worked with Disney a lot. A lot. They're one of their main partners essentially, and like how they bring in Vekoma and stuff like that too to help with their ride systems. With their animatronics and their set pieces, Dynamic Attractions has been, and also I think some of their ride systems too, like Radiator Springs Racers
Yeah,
and stuff.
looks like they've worked with Universal as well.
Yeah. They're going up for sale. I think they've filed Chapter 11.
Interesting.
So it's interesting to say that after working with all those reputable, the leading,
They've worked with Cedar Fair as well.
yeah, the leading people in the industry, and this happens. Really unfortunate to hear. Yeah, hopefully they get picked up by another company that it's good.
It looks like what did they worked on Rise?
Yeah, they work with Disney as like that's why it's surprising to me that this happened, because they've done a lot of stuff with Disney,
That's really interesting.
But I hope they can get picked up by someone and then use them as a weapon to enhance their park experience, their ride experiences.
I'm sure it'll work out.
Yeah, I can't really pinpoint or think of who could pick them up. Right off the top of my head, I'd have to do some research. But yeah, hopefully they get put in good hands.
That'd be some sort of buyout or something.
We're getting close to the hottest of topics. We're getting warmer and warmer. But I'm seeing here, yeah.
What about Cedar Point early entry rides announcement?
Yeah, but that's just why is Cedar Point shooting themselves in the foot? Okay.
Well, I heard it's from an internal source that it's staffing problems, and they're struggling to get like their rides open.
Man.
And like maintenance and stuff. So they're only going to basically have Kitty Kingdom and the Boardwalk area open for early entry.
And everything happening and coming out, happening in the dorms and how the staff is treated, it's not helping with people probably wanting to go there.
The reason
to work
that
there.
it's problematic because that ruins it for the people staying on site and stuff. Like there's no point in doing that and paying the money when the early entry rides aren't even good.
Yep.
Like people want to go stay at Breakers so they can get Steel Vengeance and Maverick for early entry, not Gatekeeper and Wild Mouse. So hopefully they can get it together and not fall apart from the inside. Because Cedar Point's still one of my favorite parks. And that's the thing, it's supposed to, and I saw this the other day, it's supposed to be the flagship park of the chain, but look at what's happening to it right now. And then you go look at Kings Island and their early entry ride announcement, like, it's just like showing that Kings Island's really could potentially take over as the flagship park. Well, maybe not with the coasters and from the enthusiast lens, but like to please the public,
I think there's two things to take away. Like, I think Cedar Point has a hard time balancing their general park scope. And I mean that, like, they want to add record-breaking rides. They want to also keep a high ride count. They want to also make sure they're the roller coaster, so they have to make sure they're damn good rides.
Mm-hmm.
That they lose scope, and what makes a good park? And what makes good benefits? And this happened because they were on a roll for a good bit. And then right before the pandemic, they were right, like at the Steel Vengeance, you know, everyone was going there, and I think that was probably the spike. Like, I think that was really what I think they didn't realize how popular an amusement park alone could get. Because like people were complaining about capacity and lines and going to Cedar Point before the pandemic, and like that's just how popular it was. You know, like that's just what it was. And when people were talking about their first places to travel, it was Cedar Point. To this day, it probably still is one of the first places to go is Cedar Point.
That was mine. Opening year of Steel Vengeance 2018. I wasn't really like an enthusiast, but
You've heard about Cedar Point?
yeah, that was my first trip. I heard about Cedar Point from Colin, and I went out and did it. And then I actually got into the hobby in 2021.
So that's what I mean. It's the word of mouth, and Cedar Point got too big for its own, and it didn't
Well,
handle
I
it.
mean, it falls on leadership too.
Exactly, the
A lot of
leadership.
problems they have with management and stuff. So
Like, I think they were not prepared, and probably are not realizing the issues. So just like you said, issues with leadership. Like there needs to be some sort of focus to make sure you get people staffing at Cedar Point. If this is the roller coaster, you know, the best place to go for roller coasters, the go-to destination if you want to ensure good rides, a lot of rides. You want to advertise that? You got to make sure the rides are staffed. You got to make sure the restaurants are staffed. It's a big place. So having to walk from place to place and there being vacant restaurants in between is not good either. You know, so I really hope Cedar Point can catch itself. That's
I
all.
want to see the downfall. That's for sure. Downfall. The ultimate.
Yeah, I think that is the official last of your news, because I kind of felt sad even bringing it up. That was one of my bucket list rides. Like, I really wanted to see. Look, like, it was so unique. It was so unique. I don't know if it was
I
good.
remember watching a POV of that.
Yeah, it has the best pre-lift section of all time. You like go through a whole ride before the actual ride, and then you go through what could have been the most rough experience. I've heard mixed opinions, but some of those lats looked kind of insane. And that wooden, like the actual second half, that ride was like what, 5 minutes long?
Yeah.
Maybe longer. Like,
I mean,
rest in peace for Ultimate, because there's no way it's getting rebuilt or in any form. Like one of the most unique coasters to ever grace the hobby.
yeah. 100%. Because that was number 2 in length until it. I mean, I guess even while it was SPNO, number 2 in length. So.
It's so, man, I gotta look at the. Everyone at home, take a hit and look at a POV of Ultimate. Smoke one out for Ultimate. Let's go. Let's go just down to one of our home parks again. The announcement we knew was coming.
Yes. Yes. I was waiting for this one.
Yes, Rip Curl Blaster finally announced. It's a water coaster. not a credit water coaster, but
Well, yeah, water coasters are not credits.
well, like the mock water coasters are, I guess. But like this is like a water propelled water coaster, like a Schlitterbahn or at some other water parks, and yeah, it's in the water park. So I don't think they announced that it's also going to be separate ticket for water park and main park.
They didn't. Okay. Well, actually, no. So they kind of are hinting at it because if you look at the link, And you see in the bottom left, what they do is they have one logo that says Six Flags America and another logo that has Six Flags Hurricane Harbor, Maryland, which would definitely indicate that it's going to be two separate gates, separate ticketed.
Is that the end of the video?
It's like throughout the video.
Oh.
Like just like
Oh, I see. It's the watermark.
I would think that would indicate that, you know. I'm actually gonna check on the Six Flags America website.
Huh. Interesting.
So I'm trying to see. Yeah, yes. Okay. Actually, okay, yeah, no, they haven't done it yet, but like, I think that it's definitely going to be separate. I'm trying to figure out on the website, but I think it's definitely going to be separate ticketed.
I mean, they make more money at the water park.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Like, it really is kind of funny to think that the water park is getting something and they removed a whole area from Six Flags America.
Well, yeah, but they removed that area for the B&M Giga.
Oh, yes. Hold up. So, also on the news, guys, the B&M Giga, that's what we're talking about, America. Nice segue. Got leaked. We were on Roller Coaster Jerk, and someone put up a really good No Limits contest.
Bruh.
Imagine if just, like, they just fucked up that bad. Like, they're just some type of fuckery in, like, their, in some documents, some typo. Like, they just fuck up and, like, don't say Great America. They just say America. It's like, alright.
But it's going to Great Adventure.
Yeah, let's just say they do a complete typo, like, mishap. And then, like, they just start planning and doing all this shit, and then the execs realize, hold up, what's going on? Why are you guys doing this here?
Well, like, the thing is, it's like, the Knott's Berry Farm Giga is coming to Six Flags America. You guys don't realize this, but it's really happening.
We have our sources.
Yeah, Jeffrey Seaver told me.
Yeah, he's in the buzz bars. He throws some stuff down, you know. Oh yeah, did you see that? Did you see that Thorpe Park?
I'm checking my text because I know you sent it on text.
Yeah, Thorpe Park is doing whatever basically parks just do whatever they can to just act like Intamin is just too much. It's too much. Like, alright, so Thorpe Park shared that their new, like, track for Colossus. I don't know if it got retracked or whatnot. But this is manufactured by Tazicon. I've never even heard of this manufacturer. But they're a leading multidisciplinary engineering and construction contractor, and they operate in the UK.
Interesting.
I'm just like, we'll see how it rides. I mean, they're just retracking it and making a Colossus again. But now it's officially not an Intamin. At least the track isn't.
Is it entirely retracked by this manufacturer, or is it just?
It's looking like it is because what they're putting on. Oh, that might be Saw actually in the back. I'm stupid. Yeah, that's Saw. Oh no. Oh, the new Colossus track. At this time, only a few sections of track. Okay. So it's only a few sections. So.
Oh. Well, this gets us into the whole hybrid discussion. Speaking of track segments.
Not yet, because we got one more thing here. We got two more before the hottest of topics, because I would say even these are hot. Like, as in, like, they're just good. So, Kennywood is, drops more news about the upgrades and basically the final stuff about, Area 412. Which, yeah, I'm gonna do that before fucking the DA trying to drop his balls, trying to cock block for what he actually is doing. So, but yeah, basically, they're having like a big thing for Memorial Day. Is it opening Memorial Day? Yeah, so Invasion is launching on Memorial Day, but the area is gonna be basically around. You're gonna be able to go there. I'll have a new gift shop for Area 512, 412. A new pizza place. Not in the. I don't think it's in Area 412. It could be. And they're gonna be adding a coffee shop called 1898 Coffee Company, which I'm assuming throws back to when Kennywood was founded. And then the pagodas, which we didn't get a chance to go to, but I think they're getting like a revamp because they look sick. So they have the fire-breathing sausage, and right across from it, the Blizzard Blast Creamery, and obviously it's like a fire dragon for the sausage and like an ice dragon for the creamery. Also, their swing shot, their SNS Screaming Twins getting a paint job. So, thank you, Palace, for giving some good love.
Tread lightly.
Yeah. I'm treading lightly as I can, but thanks. You know, this all seems really good.
Got a problem with Palace.
What's your problem exactly? Because I can probably assume.
Oh, we're not getting into that yet.
So, before that, all this was announced, and the DA of, I think the county, I don't know if it's the county itself. Let's see. Yeah, the Allegheny County District Attorney Stephen Zappala vows to block parks opening day unless security recommendations are met. Which they have a lot. And it's not saying that there's never too safe or sorry, but he didn't even put out anything about his recommendations or any changes. There's nothing of it there. He's trying to throw red tape. I don't know political. He's trying to throw a mask over what he's actually doing, alright? Because he essentially is charging people and putting people. He's. I'm not gonna get into just essentially what he's doing. He's essentially trying to, like, put mask over what he's.
I saw
corruption.
bits and pieces, but the one that I saw was, with the whole situation, there was no charges ever pressed.
Yep.
Or there was no prosecution ever fully determined or whatever. So the comment was something like, why is he worrying about trying to block Kennywood and tell them to get security upgrades when he never even solved the case or whatever? His office never even.
Because he's mad he didn't solve the case, and he he also basically chooses one-sided cases.
It's just dumb.
I'm not gonna get into exactly how he does it, but this whole thing is a mask over over all of his shit coming back up from the toilet.
They need to leave Kennywood out of this.
Yeah, because people are he's obviously trying to stay in a position of power. He's been it for a little while. I haven't looked exactly at this scumbag's resume, but people are not happy, and they haven't been happy with him for a while. So he wants to stay appointed, and he needs to make certain things look good. And I guess throwing random power at Kennywood, even though they've done everything that they've could to solve it, and he's being a douchebag. Straight up.
Yeah.
But most politicians, unfortunately, are, so.
Yeah.
Otherwise, go to Kennywood, support it when they open. Go check out Area 412, and go ride Spinvasion when you can. At Memorial Day, or after. Alright. Now, last, before the three meets. Coaster Story is be covered officially.
Yes.
Unfortunately, the story is coming to an end, but for all the good reasons. He did it. 12 parks in 12 days, and honestly, I was a little worried for him because there was a point where he was pushing so hard on the first day. I think it was I want to say it was Walt Disney World, that he woke up late. Like, he overslept. He set 5 of his alarms. So he wasn't sure if he was going to be able to really push and make it through everything on that second day. But the second day at Disney World, that was day, I think, 7 or 8 at that point. Yeah, I'm going to have to listen in on that cast that he's on. Because he will be, I think, talking about it. And then on his Twitter, he was talking about the whole thing near the end, and then all the foods he got, which, dang. Yeah. It's like, it wasn't even bad food he was getting. When you're at a Disney park, you know.
Hey, Disney parks have good food.
I'm like, hey, you know, I feel like if you were trying to do this with a lot of other parks, you'd be pressed. I'm not gonna lie. unless you are the okay with just the chicken tender and fries, like, yeah, be pressed. Otherwise, yeah, a lot of the cast members were congratulating him. They were giving him pins after every completion of the park. They gave him a pretzel for it on the way out. They gave him he started the whole thing on Astro Orbiter in Paris, and he finished it with a firework ride. And I forgot where exactly. I think it was the Astro Orbiter in Walt Disney World. I'm not sure. Cause I know he definitely went back there and just after he did all the rides, and it was a firework ride for that. That was really cool to see. 216 rides in 12 days.
It's insane.
Bravo. Now, I was seeing people. There was just people that just have no lives and just disappointments, trying to give him crap like, oh, you can never actually do all Disney rides because they're always refurbishing and all. I'm like, dude, just say like you haven't done anything in your life, and just like and just please, 216 rides in 12 days, get out of here. There's never a time that you can go to a Disney park and there is probably not at least one ride in refurbishment. Like, they're open 365, all of them. So like, just that's nitpicking at nitpicking.
Yeah. Ridiculous. Congratulations, Coaster Story. You're honestly a madman for all the best ways possible to be a madman. Did you see he posted how much it costed for all of it?
I didn't. Well, how much did it cost?
Oh, shoot.
I was actually very curious about that.
I'm gonna find the exact figure for you.
Because Disney parks are the most expensive parks to get into. Period. So the fact he went to 12, and you can't get a 12 Disney park pass. You have to get a ticket
for everything. 14,000.
I think my heart stopped a bit, dude.
That's pretty insane.
14,000.
I mean, to be quite honest, though, that's like the trip of a lifetime. Like, challenge slash trip of a lifetime.
How much does it? How much does it cost to climb a mountain?
I feel like that's like similar to what he did.
Really?
Climb a mountain.
Well, yeah, I would say
Yeah.
challenge-wise, yeah.
Yeah.
But I was like, that's why I was saying. Now, I'm just wow. No, I would have said that's the price of a
Now,
car, but that's
the
not even the price of a
kicker-
used car anymore. Which is
The
sad.
kicker, though, it was only 1,100 for park tickets for all 12 parks. So
Oh, he in the overseas, he probably had a better. He probably had it better with currency.
yeah,
Damn,
Yeah.
14. You think it was flights? I think it was mostly flights. It had to be.
flights and hotels. 'Cause he broke it down. Flights and hotels was like around like so it was like 9,000. So that's
Ooh,
like
good God.
the bulk of it, you know. Like that's like
Man.
65% of it right there.
I wonder if he recorded anything.
Probably.
I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't, because I imagine recording while also posting onto Twitter, while also putting descriptions of your timestamps. Dude, this man. If he recorded that, like the challenge alone is incredible. But if he recorded on top of that, he's built
Yeah.
different. Essentially, that's all I'm saying.
Mm. It's just an insane challenge.
All right. All right here. So let's just go here with the Top Thrill update. This is an actual update. Huh. Uh-huh.
It's juicy.
Yeah.
That is a big footer.
I would say this is essentially putting my. I'm officially having an opinion on Top Thrill now. After this, that's how vital it is.
I'm having an opinion that is a fact.
Yeah, because
I don't know, but I do have my opinion on what's happening.
So Cedar Point lied, and they didn't half lied. So they said that Iron Dragon was just doing its regular retracking. That's definitely not what's happening. They are making space for construction for what appears to be big old footers near the front of.
I'm hearing just 1 footer.
Well, yeah, but a big old chunky boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so much construction happening there right now, and it lines up perfectly with the station. Perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
So, keeping that in mind, a lot of people, I feel like the majority opinion were believing Zamperla is the source. No. Just making all of this. For me, there ain't no way in hell Cedar Point is doing this. All of this, and they have never made a coaster bigger than. What is it? 150? Is it or less?
I couldn't tell you.
Regardless, it's Intamin.
Okay, we're on the same page.
It's like, it's Gerstlauer. No, it's Intamin. There ain't no way in hell they're doing all this with a completely different manufacturer. And it ain't no way in hell. Like, I know they were teasing all those LSMs can go up and shoot, and these new trains can do this as well. I feel like for Zamperla, they're already retrofitting like 1 or 2 rides. I know they're doing 1. Doing essentially a whole new ride. On top of all that, it's not Simprilla. It's Innsmouth. It's Innsmouth. It's just so much.
I hate to break it to you, but there's not going to be any backwards airtime.
See, I think there is. There just ain't no way in hell they aren't going to do that. I think they're going to take advantage and push the barrier, bro. It's going to be not just a generic spike either. It's going to be a twisted spike to do homage to Wicked Twister, because that was a big part of Cedar Point Skyline.
So, I will agree with you on the twisted spike, but I'm not agreeing with you on the airtime hill.
Because, okay, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know if they retheme it or redo the whole ride.
You know,
I don't think the flat track works anymore.
I'm interested to see what the new name pays homage to.
Yes, because my last official thought is I think it's going to give sustained ejector on that fucking
Over
launch.
what, the top hat?
Oh, the launch. You know, we get the pop of ejector over Pantheon. If it has the launch, or the airtime hill with the launch. It's like, it's gonna be, bro, they're gonna push, in my opinion.
One can hope, but I don't know.
I don't think there's gonna be anything after the top hat, though.
I see.
Maybe a hill kind of like Ka.
I mean, think about capacity, though. So.
Well.
Yeah.
I mean, they make the ride longer and then what?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, capacity's gonna be rough regardless.
What are we looking at? A big icebreaker?
Okay, the trains are definitely gonna be bigger than that, but yeah.
Are they?
Yeah, they're gonna be bigger than Icebreaker.
Dragster ran what, like 12 person trains?
I think Icebreaker has 2 cars of 6 seaters.
Icebreaker is like 18.
So they have 3 cars of 6 seaters?
I'm just saying that Icebreaker's trains are bigger than Dragster's, I'm pretty sure.
Dragster had like 12 only? I thought Dragster sat like
I'm sorry,
20.
no, it's 10. Yeah, Dragster's 20, Icebreaker's 18. But still, like, capacity's not gonna be...
Oh no, it's going to be rough. Because they're adding they're making the whole launch faster. Now, unless they add a block element there, we could be talking. Like if they...
I don't want to talk.
What do you mean?
No block sense.
No, okay, I don't mean like... Hear me out. I'm saying as if like right before the launch.
I assume they're gonna have a load-unload block still, but like I don't think they can really get around. I don't know. I think it's gonna be like pretty bad capacity.
Maybe 4 trains if they do the unload and load, but like I can see most days they're doing 3.
I don't know.
But that's the Top Thrill update. Yeah, we actually have opinions on it now, so. Because that footer is. Like, there ain't no way Zimprilla is working on that. There's no shot. Alright. There's one more thing before that, I thought. I guess it's not. I guess it is just the Boulder Dash talk.
Well, I guess that includes the hybrid debate, but...
Yes. So, lake compounds. They were talking about I don't even remember they're saying anything about anything happening to Boulder Dash specifically this off season.
I think it kind of came as a shock.
Yeah. But they were already talking about Wildcat going through something. We were saying, oh, we hope it's not Titan Track, but they probably know it's an old Woody. You probably want. We don't know anymore. Our whole world is kind of flipped on our heads, especially because we haven't even got the original experience yet. But Boulder Dash is officially, at least the first drop. We don't know if the whole thing will be.
Well, I definitely don't think it's the whole thing, but I don't remember if I think there's something. Well, it's just I'm wondering if they have it anywhere else in the layout, but we do know confirmed first drop.
It's getting hybrid track. Not RMC hybrid. It's not getting an RMC. It's not getting RMC'd. The GCI hybrid track. So
This is awful.
now we haven't rode a hybrid yet, but
I mean,
I really like the tradition of Woodies. I like the grit and natural feel that they give, the handmade feel that they give. And
yeah.
I can't really imagine adding Titan onto a wooden coaster, especially with the layout that it has, like a lot of floater pops, wild like lateral floater pops. I can imagine it feeling just like a weird RMC. I don't know.
Well, my sort of thing is my preference would be for wooden coasters to be retracked in-house, like carpenters, like normal upkeep, or contract Gravity Group for pre-cut wooden track. I mean, or even just general like regular upkeep. And the thing that I don't, it sucks to see Palace doing this, because Palace owns and operates more than just lake compounds, and it jeopardizes the potential future for other wooden coasters to receive this same treatment and sort of just make them less authentic.
Yep, for sure. Because it's like, it brings up the debate: are they even a wooden coaster anymore?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I wouldn't necessarily like. I think James said it the best. I'm gonna go back and quote him.
Yeah, this is when we were throwing shit at the fan earlier. Before the cast.
I like looking at it where it's kind of like you cross that bridge when you get there. So like to determine whether or not it's wood, hybrid, or steel. So it's like, just because some of the first drop on compounds' Boulder Dash has Titan Track, it doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to start calling it a hybrid instead of, a wooden coaster. That's kind of my take on it.
No,
I'm not going to start, like, same with and Zambezi Zinger. That's one that I'm like, just because the spiral lift is Titan Track, that like from drop to final brake run, it's all wood, so it's a wooden coaster.
Yeah, I agree. Now, if they did a whole GCI Titan,
of course that'd be a steel coaster.
Now, if they did that to, let's say, Mystic, worst case scenario, was that a steel coaster now?
Well, technically, I would have ridden it while it was full wood. So yes, it would be a steel coaster, but I would have also ridden that credit while it was full wood. So I wouldn't really care as much. I mean, I'd still care because I don't want the integrity of my Woody to be, broken, but I mean, still. I definitely think once you get, 1-to-1, where it's like all Titan Track, it's a steel coaster at that point, but just small segments doesn't necessarily justify not calling it a wooden coaster anymore.
Yeah. I fear for the day that a park just says screw it. We're changing the whole ride to a GCI Titan track, like a
Well,
wooden
like,
coaster.
my other thing with that, it's like, I don't. It's weird because, well, in terms of wooden coaster manufacturers, you have like Gravity Group, CCI, etc. And I highly regard CCI and Gravity Group over, and like their, designs and creations. I highly regard those over GCI. So for GCI Titan Track to come ruin the integrity of CCI's, that kind of hurts a little bit.
Potentially gravity
Especially
groups. You never know.
especially since I haven't ridden Boulder Dash yet. Like, it's like, say for some random reason they start retracking Voyage with Titan Track instead of having Gravity Group come put pre-cut track on it, or Holiday World doing it in-house. Obviously, I don't think that's going to happen, but with Palace doing this for Boulder Dash, you could potentially see them do that for Kennywood's wooden coasters down the road. So, not that it's going to happen overnight, but 5 years from now when they need maintenance, maybe they're not going to do it in-house carpenters. They're going to do Titan Track. You never know.
Not to make a big campaign. Okay.
Bottom line, I don't want to see the integrity of wooden coasters be jeopardized by Titan Track.
Yep.
But is that the path we're heading down?
Man, I really hope not. That's all. Woodies have their place. Alright? Like, they're nowhere near as common as steel coasters.
It's a damn shame.
They are, when they hit, they are absolute gems. And they're the classic roller coaster. Like, that is the classic coaster, the wooden coaster. I guess now the steel coaster was the modern coaster, like. And in my opinion, I would ride a classic Woody over a classic steel any day. I'm thinking of classic steel coasters right now, like from the 70s and 80s. I'll even go late 80s, almost 90s. But yeah, we hope it does not come to fruition for the whole thing or for Woodies in general. So,
protect the Woodies, man.
Hashtag protect the Woodies.
I feel like I'm an advocate for like rainforests, like protect the rainforest when we're talking about wooden roller coasters here.
They're an endangered species. They are.
I swear.
They're not. They're nowhere near as popular to be added to parks. They're nowhere near. I get it, the maintenance, and it's hard to market them. Like, they're an endangered species, and we need to make sure they are protected.
Without a doubt.
You can keep Invader though; it's fine.
Invader, White Lightning as well.
White Lightning's much better.
White Lightning already has Titan Track. Well, White Lightning and Invader are both mid, so.
Does it have is the full thing Titan Track?
White Lightning?
Yeah.
No, it's just a small segment.
So I don't even know.
Look, yeah, before this discussion, you probably considered, you obviously consider White Lightning to be wood.
Well, yeah, I didn't say otherwise. I was just.
So once again, well, I'm just saying this is just further evidence at Bob that small segments of Titan Track don't necessarily justify calling it a hybrid.
Yeah, that's too much. Come on, Bob. That's everything we have for news. And basically, We discussed every topic, so
Look,
which is
I
a
want
good
to
thing.
know. I want to know to everyone out there. Do small segments of Titan Track justify calling it a hybrid instead of a wooden coaster?
No, we don't
That's what
think
I
so.
want to know. I don't think so.
That's pushing quite a bit, in my opinion. But yeah, give us your
Let us
thoughts.
know.
We'll even put it up on the Instagram too. So,
Yeah.
well, we've gone 2 hours discussing the news this week, almost.
Solid.
So now, I say we do like 3 rounds of Coastal and wrap it up. If you guys haven't heard of Coastal, it's kind of hard to just look up. Wait, did you just look it up and you found it?
I had to I looked up coaster Wordle and then the Reddit post popped up.
Alright, so I would look up Coaster Wordle. Because looking up Coastal will give you all this random stuff about Coastal, like
It's like
the landmark, the coasts and stuff. So yeah, it's literally what it is. Wordle for coasters. When you have to make your first guess, and then you gotta see how close you are to being right to make your second guess. You have up to 6, and yeah, let's get on.
Oh, hey, there's a new daily one because it's 1 a.m. So
Oh
we
yeah,
could do that.
so let's do 4 rounds of the daily and 3 endless. Quick. So
Just sit down.
you want me to share? You want me to share a screen or?
No, I guess it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I have my rig up for my racing, for some racing, so
It's. Gosh.
I do not have my keyboard necessarily present. I'm bugging. I can pull it out right here. All right. So a new daily today. So yeah, just like I said, it's Wordle for coasters.
What's the Intamin single rail at Luna Park called? Do you know?
I want to say that's Big Dipper.
Big Dipper. Yep. Thank you.
I do not think it's Big Dipper off the rip. That's. I'm going with Mako. Start
Already
off.
pretty deep here in guesses. So.
Bro. Oh, so you're just gonna tell me yours after? Whatever. It's fine. It's fine, that works. I'll let the cast know so they aren't just listening to Dead Space. So Mako, I'll also let them know how it works, I guess. So it shows me my country in the first column. We got USA, because that's where Mako is, and it got wrong. So the coaster is not in the US. It's by B&M though. It is a sit down. Jesus. It has more inversion. It basically has inversions because Mako has none. It's under 200 feet tall, under 4,700 feet of length, and under 70 miles per hour. So, it's not in the US. It's not a sit down, and it has inversions. It's probably a B&M floorless or an invert. So, let's just go with an easy one. I'm going to go with Nemesis.
Well, I was hoping it was the Smiler, but it's not.
Bro.
What's up?
It's B&M. Why would it be this?
It's not B&M.
For the daily?
Yeah, it's not B&M.
It most certainly is for me.
Maybe I have it on the wrong thing. I don't know.
Yeah, it says daily for me. It said daily.
Is yours a B&M invert?
I don't. Well, it actually looks like it might be because it's my second column. I got. It's not in the UK. Or it's not. Or it is in a B&M. It's an invert, so that's a change from the sit down. I got a check mark for that. 4 inversions exactly. It's obviously taller than 43 feet in height and has longer length, but it is 50 miles an hour.
I think mine's messed up. Is what happened.
So let's see. I'm actually kind of stumped. If the speed is right, but it's an invert. What's that one ride in Tivoli Gardens? Is that a sit down or an invert?
I couldn't tell you.
I'm trying to see. No, it's not that. No, not Demon. I looked up Damon. Damn. Damn. I don't know what it is. I don't know the name of this. It could be something else completely, though, but it is an invert, so. With 4 inversions, too. So it has to be a small one. Silver Bullet has at least 5 to 6. And that's still smaller. So.
Not US, though.
Exactly. So it can't be Silver Bullet. I might have to go on the Ultimate Roller Coaster, bro. Alright. I'm not gonna do it until I get my first hit. That's generally what I get my rule, because I'm like, unless I'm that stuck. Let me see. If I just see the coaster, I will know. Alright, doing some research on it. Pretty sure it was before this. Yeah, it was definitely before this. No, it's not Tivoli. I'm thinking of the wrong B&M. It's Groneland. That it's the invert in Groneland. Oh, it's not that. I sweated that hard. It's not even that. So it's not Sweden. It's B&M. It's an invert. It only has 3 inversions. I didn't know that. It's shorter than 112 feet tall, and it's an invert. Starts with a B. That's my hint. It starts with a B. It's not Banshee. Banshee's tall as hell for an invert.
Well, Banshee's US.
Yeah. That's only. Oh! No. I was thinking Batman, but that's US and post-born versions and. B. Bat Coaster. Bandit. Batman. It's not Batman. I might have to get my first hit. This one's actually freaking hard. Oh, man. No. I know a lot of inverts, but none of them start with B. Alright. So right now I'm using my little cheat sheet to help me out here. I'm using Ultimate Roller Coaster, which it's not perfect because it is missing quite a few new additions, I think from 2022 and onward, so. But it's not all missing. Man, do you have any idea? I'm actually like before.
I already got it, bruh.
Bruh.
What's up?
How many did you get it in? Oh, did you do a different one?
Oh, nah, it told me, bro. Because I didn't get it.
I'm think it's Black Mamba. Potentially. Just Black. Oh, I got it in 4 thanks to the hint. Because I'm like, I'm like, what other B&M has no inversions? That was really what I was thinking of. Because they generally have a lot.
I don't know.
But on to two, or on to three. We'll just do two endless and call it, because that was long. So I'm on an endless now. I'm gonna see what it is. I'll give you a coaster. You give me a coaster. You can start with. I'll go with the meme. You can start with Storm Runner.
Ew, bruh. Storm Runner trash.
What are you giving me?
What was the results when Storm Runner came out?
Well, no, I think Endless gives you different ones. So, I was saying we could just give each other a coaster to start, and then.
Oh, you wanted to do it at the same time?
Yeah, so to see if we gotta see who does better in our guesses.
Alright, so you gave me Storm Runner. And it's USA and sit down. But it's not Intamin. Less inversions in 3. And then it's taller, faster, and longer. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you Voyage.
Voyage. You know, it's very rare a wooden coaster is chosen on here because.
So should I just like guess now based off the Storm Runner start that you?
Yeah, you can guess off of that.
Word.
So.
It was Fury. I got it second try.
No shot.
Swear to God. And then it pulled up the POV for me.
So I got. It's not the Voyage, but it's not the US for me. It's not Gravity Group, but it's a sit down. The height is 164 feet. That was correct. The length is lower than 6,400, and the speed is lower than 67 miles an hour. So, what is 164? I can try B&M next, unfortunately, but.
More like Intamin or something.
What Intamin is 164 feet?
I would have absolutely no clue.
That's not in the US. Bro, I'm about to throw in, like. I think Dragon Con's kind of tall, right? I'm putting in Dragon Con for mine. Bro! I got it!
Wait, what?
I put Dragon Con from Port Ventura because I was like, there's no other, like, mid-sized B&M.
And it worked?
Yeah.
Wait, so we both just got a second try?
Yeah, bro. We're gods.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy, bro.
Okay.
Let's just run it back one more time then.
Alright.
What am I starting with?
I need to think of another meme, but not make it like a throw pick. Because there are just some throw picks in my opinion. Like, I don't think it would ever give you like there are some pretty like it will give you some pretty crazy like family rides, but they're
I know what I'm giving you, but what you got for me?
I'll give you X2. Why not?
X2. Okay. So it's USA and Arrow, but it's not 40. It has less inversions, shorter, slower. Okay. Yeah. Well, what you're gonna get is Incredicoaster.
Bruh. What am I gonna get out of that? What information?
And my second guess is gonna be Viper, just because. Oh, it's not a sit down either. So it's a.
I do that all the time. I'm like, oh yeah, it's this. Then I'm like, shit, I overlooked a complete category that would have totally told me that it's not that. But for me, it's not in Credit Coaster. I don't think I've ever gotten in Credit Coaster, and I've played this quite a bit.
Well, I guess it'd be.
But it is in the U.S. and mine's sit down with no inversions, because it says one inversion and it has an arrow going down, so it's obviously less than that.
I'm gonna go with Iron Dragon for my next one.
It's not Intamin, so not 305. Iron Dragon.
It's not Iron Dragon. Oh, I think it's Bat. At KI.
It's kind of tall, and if it's.
It was Bat at KI.
Yeah. So what was your score for that?
I got it on the fourth one. I did X2, Viper, Iron Dragon, and Bat.
Did you even use the hint?
I did.
Okay. I was like, make sure you use the hint. Because, like, I get stuck sometimes where I'm like, that is... So I'm still on my first one after in Credit Coaster. And it's not an Intamin. But it doesn't have inversions. And it's tall. So I'm assuming a Hyper here. I'm going to go with the shitty Intimidators for memes.
Wait, you said a shitty Intamin, so you're going to put Skyrush?
No. Shitty Intimidator.
I see.
Dude, I was honestly convinced Skyrush was going to beat Intimidator in Coach 365's poll, but it was pretty dominant for Intimidator. So, good looks. The good Intimidator, that is. So, it is not a B&M. So, this makes this that much harder, not going to lie. It's in the US, and it doesn't have inversions. And it's shorter. It's not a Hyper, I don't think. What the fuck?
Wow. Let me tell you this crazy sequence I just got, man.
What?
So I just went from Fury to Skyrush to New Revolution at Magic Mountain, the Schwarzkopf, right?
What?
Because it wasn't B&M, wasn't Intamin, wasn't Schwarzkopf. And I used the hint, and it was W. And then I got it on the fourth one, and it was Wonder Woman Golden Lasso Coaster. It's like that's such a random sequence. It's kind of fun.
That's what I'm saying. It's when I have a break in work or doing my studying, this is most of my brain work, and it's obviously literally built for my enthusiasm and like my nerdism to see how much I know.
Yeah.
Intimidator. It's not a Hyper. It's not B&M. No inversions, but it's taller than 108 feet, but it's basically between 100 feet and 200 feet. Oh! I wonder if it's Lightning Rod, because it's kind of tall. Doesn't have inversions for an RMC. Number 3, Lightning Rod. That is kind of it's only 164. I thought it was a little bit taller than that. I might be thinking of Wildfire. That one's close to a Hyper status. But nonetheless, guys, thank you for bullshitting with us this week. A lot of news, a lot of tangents, a lot of discussions. Nonetheless, another High Rollers cast in the books, episode 12. Catch us on all of our socials, on Instagram, the main one, at High Rollers DMV. You can catch our socials on Instagram at West Tower Coasters.
And Old Line Airtime. That's sir.
We're about to get some Old Line Airtime on Wild One soon.
What's up?
So they're about to get some Old Line Airtime on Wild One soon.
Oh, hell yes, bruh.
I think that's literally the only airtime you can get in Maryland. Besides, like, Superman.
I mean, Roar has a little bit.
I forget with all the rattling and roughness.
True.
But if you want to watch this in video format, go ahead and you go follow. Jesus Christ, brain fart. Go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube at West Tower, where all the podcasts are posted there. And yeah, that's essentially everything. Vice versa for YouTube, though. Go ahead and follow that. All this stuff should be in the link in the description. Go ahead and check out Coastal. It's really cool. It's really fun. If you're a nerd, it really is a good time sink when you just need some time to pass by. And yeah, episode 13. Let's see what unlucky news will come next.
See you next time.
See you next time, guys. Catch you around. Stay homey.
Peace.